I like the Wraith King pick though. I just think the pressure that it puts out, especially with the Timber, you know, like when you drop the skeletons and just let them run wild. I like the Wraith King. Maybe I'm just trying to think, like, if they want to run this axe in the safe lane, you know, something like a Mars that can get in, blink in, drop the arena. You know, it means you can deal with the egg without the rest of Monaco being able to contest that as well. I think Mars is a really strong offlaner at the minute anyway. I'm just a big fan of that hero. You know, I think the kit that it has is really strong. But I'm just trying to think of other heroes that I'd like to see if this is going to be the axe carry. Is there anything you've got in your mind here that? Okay, Bloodseeker is something different.
What the hell? Fantastic Five are making me enjoy myself right now. This is actually fun drafting. Okay, I've seen a bit of Bloodseeker, but I definitely wouldn't have considered it this game into Wraith King because obviously, you know, you rupture, he just comes back to life. I'm assuming they want to use it because they want to put it on the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
It's a little weird because they don't have any stuns to set up the Bloodright in lane. Because I think Bloodseeker can be strong against Timber in lane if you're hitting these Bloodrights, but who's stunning him, keeping him in place to land them? Mirana would have to land an arrow, and Enchantress would, I don't know, she can slow him, but you can just Timber Chain out, sorry.
Well, it's obviously, it's going to be an Axe 5-man call into the Bloodright, you know, into the Starstorm, and that's going to be game 1 for Fantastic Five.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking towards the mid-game, I see what they're picking Bloodseeker for. I'm just a little bit worried about their lane. I'm assuming they picked Enchantress for this reason, where they want to just give him the best lane, and then they can send this Axe and Mirana together. Because Fantastic Five have last pick, so it's very likely that, you know, they're saving this last pick for their mid. I think they have answered a lot of stuff so far. Like this Mirana, for example, is going to be really great against Phoenix because, you know, you leap in, you get attack speed, you click the egg. That's great.
Yeah.
The Axe Mirana lane combo is pretty great with the call into the arrows. They pose a good threat there. You've got Bloodseeker to shut down this Timbersaw in team fights. I like it. It's looking nice. It's fresh. I am a tiny bit worried about Wraith King potentially going unaddressed though.
What do you think?
They can definitely burst him once, but I don't know if they wreck his lane hard enough, and I don't know if they can kill him twice before a hero like Timbersaw and Invoker come and, you know, intercept and help him out.
Yeah. I was just going to ask, what do you think the Fantastic Five need here? Because I assume this is going to be a safe lane Bloodseeker, so you're looking for a hero that deals with the Invoker in the mid lane, but then, you know, is effective coming into like the mid game, like you say, into the late game, trying to deal with the Wraith King. Is there anything you think that fits that kind of role here that Fantastic Five can pick up?
I think most heroes at the front of my mind are already banned, like the Park, Void Spirit, Lena.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe Fantastic Five could take Tiny, but it doesn't seem that great into, like, again, you don't want to burst this Wraith King and then he just comes back on a second life, and Timbersaw's pretty good against him. So those are the main heroes that their mid player, Askold, has played.
Yeah.
Is he in this game?
What about a Pugna?
Pugna.
And I'm not just looking at the hero list and picking random heroes.
I don't think Pugna's very strong right now. Yeah. If we want to look first at Gambit, they're about to pick that hero. Never mind, they are picking it. What the hell? They lost picked it, okay.
I mean, I did say Hoodwink.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to claim that. I'm going to, you know. I don't know how serious I was about it.
Maybe they want to put it as a 5 with the Wraith King, because then at least the lane is okay. It just feels a little bit bad when you're playing Hoodwink with Timber in lane. Man! Oh, dude, you know when they picked Bloodseeker? In my mind I was thinking, man, they picked Timber and Wraith King. This would be a great battle rider game. And then I didn't say it, and now I look like I'm just trying to take credit for something I didn't say. But you know what? In my mind, I know I was smart.
Yeah, this is a great that's game. All that matters. Yeah. 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 Okay.
This is honestly amazing. Really, really good. He's super strong against all their heroes actually.
So
and the ability to pick off like Phoenix pre-fight is going to be super strong. He can run down this Timber, run down this Wraith King, run down this Invoker.
So looking at both lineups, I'm going to ask you once again. No player bias, you know, just purely for the heroes. Who are you expecting to win?
Who do I curse? Let's
Yeah.
see. I think I'm gonna curse Fantastic Five. I like their lineup. I think that this Bat Rider is gonna pop off really hard, and I think their lanes are just stronger. Potentially, this Timbersaw could go really well. Actually, it depends.
Okay, ASM
yeah,
Monaco Gambit. Let's go.
All right, congrats on your win, Gambit. Good job.
No, yeah, I like your points here. The Bite Rider is looking. It's a good hero. It's one of those heroes that obviously when you pair it with the Bloodseeker, it's just like you say, being able to get on top of heroes and just lock those down, focus them down. It's good for, like you say, for the Blood Right, for the Rupture, everything like that. I don't know, man. I don't really get to see the Invoker games that often. I always think the Invoker's like the X Factor, you know, if you get the good positioning, if you get like the EMPs, the cold snap, stuff like that, if you're really reactive, if you've got good plays on that, the Invoker, like I say, is the X Factor. It's that hero that just can carry the game, win and lose games on its own. So I think I am going to, not just because you predicted Fantastic Five and I think you have Kirsten, you know, so that's my reason. That's why I think Gambit might be able to take this first game.
Yeah. I mean, if we look at recent results and such like that, it can go either way. I think Gambit have looked quite poor lately.
Yeah.
They came. They went to the Animajor, right? And they lost. They came last place in the wildcard stage. I think they played out their upper bracket, and they came third place in the sorry, not upper bracket, the upper division. They came third in upper division of the league, but that was with No One and Seneca, and they both left after the end and didn't choose to go to the major.
Yeah.
So they picked up these new players. They went to the major, came last in wild stage. Then they played an ESL summer event. They lost 0-2 to OG and Viking GG. Came 7th to 8th there. So I feel like they might be feeling pretty bad. Maybe they're just trying to, you know, get into the groove with their new players. Hopefully, maybe they've had, you know, they've used that as good practice. They're coming into these qualifiers with some new fresh ideas and thoughts, and they can turn it around.
Yeah, Ladon's going to be taking a little bit of damage here, you know, but last hero does come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
This should be fine.
A fun fact for you, though, on the Enchantress 633, he stood in for Gambit at the Animajor.
So he's got all the secret strats.
Line. Yeah, so he knows all their strats. He's got their drafts now. He's got all their knowledge. I mean, I'm hoping they didn't tell him too much because they're playing against him right now. But
it doesn't matter. He's in their head. You know, it's the pure mind games that he's playing with them. That he's just going to be able to outclass them. Maybe, you know, Fantastic Five might break your curse and come through to win this first match. He is taking a little bit of damage here, 633 in the bottom lane. So he just needs to be careful, especially with Immersion that's not too shy, especially when he's playing around the trees and the Bushwhack comes out level 1.
Yeah. I haven't seen this Enchantress tactic in a while. She just straight up took a creep from the wave and just started running it at them. I remember a long time ago I used to see Enchers doing that.
Yeah.
But lately we've just been seeing them, you know, clicking, then go into the jungle and getting a creep. It is kind of bad when you're taking a creep away from the wave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, but I suppose it puts the pressure on then the Bloodseeker. Just because I suppose it depends what creep you take as well. You know, if you're taking the range creeps, because that's like the majority of the damage coming through from the creeps, or it's the, you know, the highest damage creep. If you can like turn that around then onto Immersion, who is down. You know, he's having to use his regen. He's being forced back.
Yeah, I don't think he's too fussed though. They have salves on both heroes on Gambit here. Enchantress is gonna get a creep now from the jungle. She goes to the medium camp, gets the Frost Mage.
I mean, not that it's super, you know, like, oh, he's gonna be able to get the Bushwhack onto them both, but is this quite nice just up against the Timber Saw, because I mean the Timber Saw is going to be doing timber chain damage. You know, he's going to be looking for the Whirling Deaths. And then you've got like the Hoodwink that's going to be doing Bushwhack. He's going to be going with the Acorn Shot, which I suppose the Acorn Shot is physical damage, but you know, does he want to look for something else? Like what's the absolute pinnacle, you know, creep? Oh, the slow comes out with enchant, so Timber Saw is going to be silenced, takes a little bit of damage. But yeah, what does 633 want to be looking for in this lane? Is it like a Centaur or like a Tomato for the claps and the stomps?
Tomato.
Yeah.
You always want Tomato. That's the biggest boy. I mean, the ice mage is always a good creep to get, even though they do magical damage, right? It just means you can't like trade with clicks, because you know you take the slow when you hit them. The buff lasts for a really long time post the death of it. I mean, it's fine, you know. It just means your trades are a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be fine in the bot lane. Top lane looks to be reasonably even.
Yeah, they're doing a little bit of courier trading here, it looks like, but you know, there's not, and I suppose that's something that Mirana does really well. When you see the courier, you can just leap in, get those quick 2 attacks off, and say, you know, it's a little bit of courier abuse, but apparently that's allowed, and no one wants to do anything about it. But yeah. So
Phoenix just committed a dive to try and stack a small camp and then missed the stack. So I don't know if Fantastic Five know that he's killable, although they just wasted arrow on a skeleton. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was some good, you know, big brain plays there from the Wraith King. You know, knowing the arrow was coming in, obviously knew the arrow was coming in, and popped those skeletons.
Yeah.
The Kobold Foreman coming out, just harassing back the Hoodwink as well. It does fade now, but that's one of those that you're being clowned on by a Kobold. That's not a feels good.
Enchantress will enchant anything that moves. She just doesn't care about these big camp creeps, man. Also, this mid lane is going really well for Batrider. I mean, they saw the matchup right when they picked the hero.
Yeah.
So they know it feels good for them, but you know, we're seeing it in the last hits here. Invoker's only got 10 CS and Bat has 19.
Oh, it's going to be an EMP Tornado coming through, and as well as the Cold Snap onto the Batrider, it's going to be a decent amount for us, and that's cool. He only has 1 charge left in that bottle, so he just pops the Firefly. And yeah, the Invoker can't really follow through the Firefly, you know, that wouldn't be the smartest idea, but both of them, I mean, the Batrider's getting close to that level 6 now as well. Is that something that you just want to really put the pressure onto the Invoker in the mid lane once that comes out, and you know, start putting these sticky napalm stacks out and really looking to, you know, try and make a gank happen on the Invoker?
Well, I'm slightly worried about leaving your Bloodseeker alone bot.
Yeah.
However, if he feels comfortable, I think Enchantress could run mid.
Well, you don't even need a hero.
behind.
Yeah, the Centaur's rotating in. It's fine. He's babysitting him that way.
I don't think Bat can... Well, yeah, Bat has enough damage to kill Invoker mid by himself, but Invoker has to really mess up for it to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can just TP a hero in to aid him if Batrider looks like he's getting a little bit too antsy. I think, you know, the safest way to do it would be to bring a hero to aid you.
So what you're saying is, Lorinov is a professional, and there's absolutely no way that he can be skewered back. Oh, sorry, wrong hero.
None. And you know what? I don't think any of these heroes can rotate on either team. So when they eventually rotate, you know, you can make fun of me for that one as well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just messing. Lidon's gonna throw an arrow just to kill this those siege creep, which is nice. I love that about Mirana. It's something people in pubs often forget, is that you can literally go and stop a push in its tracks.
Not in my pubs. What's
Yeah.
that, a siege creep I can take for free?
I can stop them pushing? No. I arrow jungle creep for money.
The Bushwhack's going to be coming in. That's going to be the first blood going the way of Lorinov. He picks that one up with the EMP Tornado combo. Bushwhack coming through from Immersion as well.
That's a nice rotation. Batrider opted to go jungle during the 6-minute rune timing.
Yeah, he's going to go straight for this. I mean, in the jungle actually with
dear.
Dawn, he sees the stack, but there is going to be a Bushwhack coming through now as well. Icarus Dive's available, so he leaps down to the low ground. He leaps himself back up. That's such a big brain play. And BZZ is pretty close now as well. It doesn't have the heal, actually. Ladon's getting close to ticking down. It's not going to be a kill, though. It does have a tango and a salve, so should be fine. You know, last hero pushing DR back on this lane. How's the last? It's looking 43 to the 21. Wraith King is not having a good time.
I am concerned right now about the fact that this Axe has a Vanguard and they've scouted this massive stack in the jungle. Like
the double stacks as well. Look at this, the pull through that Enchantress has got. Yeah.
I think if you're Axe right now, you need to go farm these. You need to bring heroes. You need to fight for them. They're gonna try and focus on the tower, which is fair. There's absolutely no way that Gambit can farm these stacks top unless they bring their Timbersaw. So if Timbersaw wants to come up and fight, maybe they can do something. But I don't. They're TPing Invoker and.
The arrow connects onto the Invoker. Yeah, just point blank. Lorinov stopped in his tracks.
Nice.
Oh, Batrider's getting it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
This is, I mean, he's got himself 2 neutrals out of that as well. He's going to be able to use the Flame Break to push them back, but he gets at least half of those stacks. And that takes him, that should be his Boots of, oh no. Yeah, actually, he's picked up a Windlace as well. He's got the Boots of Speed, so he's about halfway to the Boots of Travel.
Yeah, 7-minute Boots of Travel would be a bit extreme.
And they've taken the tier 1. How did Gambit deal with this Axe? Like, and not even, like, okay, Ladon gets a kill onto Immersion, yeah, because, I mean, Wraith King has to farm these stacks, but it looks like 633 in the jungle. He's just going to try and push DR back. You've got the Axe in lane. Does Timbersaw just have to give up this lane to the Wraith King?
Yeah. So, I think they can lane here together if they want.
Yeah. And
threaten the tower. It's not, like, the worst, especially because Timbersaw's level 7, you know, he's pretty strong. He can threaten Radiant at least a little bit, but we'll say Batrider TPing it now because he knows he can kill Timber.
Oh, I like this. The Flame Break to push him back into the lasso. The Rupture comes out now as well. Timbersaw, I think he's just going to have to stand there and take it. And Ryrie, well, he's going to be taking the kill. And meanwhile, in the top jungle as well, Lorinov's going to go with the EMP combo onto BZZ, but BZZ is going to be able to get himself away from this. He's going to be taking a whole lot of damage. Pops a Very Fire, trying to run himself out, but one more right click. Okay, 2 more right clicks after the second, like the stick charges. And Lorinov and Ein still combined to secure that kill, but Axe gets himself the possessed mask, and he's still getting these stacks in the jungle while this goes on.
I'm just worried that Gambit has too many problems to deal with at once.
Yeah.
This Bloodseeker is top of the net worth. He's free farming. This Axe is taking your entire jungle and pushing your top wave up to your tier 2, and you can't kill him because he's got this Vanguard. And there's also a Batrider who has kill threat on literally all of your heroes. So I'm just not sure, you know, how you're meant to deal with it, right? For example, their Timbersaw died bottom Gambit because, you know, they brought down this Wraith King to try and lane here to get away from the Axe, who's pressuring top really hard.
Yeah.
And then you just TP in this Batrider and kill him because your supports are too busy top trying to make sure that Axe isn't getting too much, trying to make sure that mid isn't going down. You know, you just have all these problems left and right where you don't want to get overrun.
Yeah, it looks like top lane though, they might be making another move. 633 will go down. Afterlife does secure that kill. Last hero just sits there like, okay, yeah, you killed an Enchantress, now what? Come at me, bro.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, if you're an Enchantress, you're super happy to just trade your life to make sure your cause is safe and farming is basically your job.
So what you're saying is he is the Bambi's mother to Last Hero's Bambi to make sure that Axe gets away all the time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as a support, I think the most noblest thing you can do as a support player is tank to gank.
Exactly. And yet, when I tell that to the people I'm playing with, they're like, no, I'm going to survive. And that's why I TP back to Fountain. See, we've come full circle.
That's not why you TP away. The TPing away is fine, Rob. You gotta TP to a tower so that you can more efficiently get back to farming. It's not about escaping the fight. I mean, it is about escaping the fight.
You want mid lane? They might actually go the Tornado EMP Cold Snap. It might be enough onto the Batrider just to dissuade him because it was a rotation from last hero and Ladon. I think they were looking for an arrow there onto Lorinov, and he just backs himself away far enough. I don't think we have the vision either. Yeah, so it would need to be a blind arrow uphill because there is an observer ward there onto the high ground.
They have the blink on Axe at 11 minutes with a Vanguard, so they're just gonna split up now because they don't see the Invoker, but they do want that blink into arrow. If you waste the arrow, that just kills your kill potential.
It looks like they're going to be able to find Afterlife. He's going to Timber Chain. He's actually going to engage onto Ladon. Ladon's got the leap. He's got a couple more here now as well. 6-3-3 rotating in, and now the call comes out. I don't even think they're going to even need to use. Oh no, the Tornado EMP. It might be enough to disrupt this fight now as well. The Bushwhack comes through. The Axe is going to be popped there as well. Are they going to be able to take down the Supernova? It will be taken down. It's actually going to be denied by Afterlife. Gets himself a double kill. Immersion takes down his teammate. No BM there either. And Last Hero being chased down. He uses the call for the extra armor, but I don't know if he gets himself away from this. The Timber Chain comes forward, and Afterlife gets himself a triple kill.
What an excellent turnaround by Gambit. The Phoenix having 6 there was super nice. They had to focus the egg down. In that time, Timber just absolutely destroyed them. All in a line. How kind of Fantastic Five to line up like that for his spells.
Yeah, I was saying that, you know, they might not even need to use their lasso, but as soon as that Phoenix comes in, you know, I think you've got to be looking for the quick fingers to pull him to stop that egg from going down, and he dove so far through that they weren't really paying attention to it and immediately drops that egg. And even Immersion there with a big rain play to get the deny onto the egg at the last second as well.
Oh, he did? Oh, what a king. That was beautiful. That Invoker's urn was really important in that fight as well. It stopped Axe from blinking away.
And I suppose this is, you know, where the Invoker kind of deals with the Axe. Like I said, the urn, you know, you build that into the Spirit Vessel. You just try and even someone like the Bloodseeker as well. You know, when he's trying to heal up, when he's got his thirst, you know, when he's got his Blood Rage on. Are they going to try and go again here? They see 6-3-3, but there is going to be the net now as well as the Blood Rage to come in on this. The stun comes out the call as well onto the Timbersaw, but the Timbersaw's still alive. Barely through it, and it is going to be 6-3-3 that takes down that kill. There is no egg to pop just yet. Last Hero, though, he's going to be broken on one more right click. He's going to take down. Lauren gets the kill. It looks like another urn kill there as well. DR trying to run himself away. He's actually going to go towards that Radiance as well. He has the Possessed Mask. You know, he took that away from the neutral drops, so that's just a little bit of farm that he's got. He's got the armlet there as well, which is what he was farming up in the jungle. And I guess that's the thing, that once the Wraith King was off the map, you know, once he was out of this top lane, Fantastic Five just did not look to keep the pressure up on him. They just let him farm this little, like, you know, the bottom triangle here, or the bottom square, just to farm this up. And they focused on other heroes, and Fantastic Five, for them, this match is kind of turned on its head. They might be able to get the call onto the Phoenix. Yeah, but it's only onto the Hoodwink. And to the other support. Yeah. Support kills don't count. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, those are pretty nice pickoffs. I was lamenting the fact that the Fantastic Five don't have any like short cooldown stuns.
Yeah.
Like after the Axe died, they didn't have a way to re-engage onto Wraith King. You only have this like arrow, which is on a 19-second cooldown. Feels bad. You have the slow from enchant, but that's about it.
Oh, Immersion. He's going to be netted once again. They don't want to throw the arrow out here on Ladon. So they're just going to play it safe.
You don't want to dive a tower like that. That's a very good way to throw your game. You know, all your cores are farming really well. You should just keep that up. Like Batrider's falling behind right now, which isn't great. You want him to get his BKB or something so you can fight without dying.
Yeah.
I think Gambit's ability to, you know, like a fight starts and they throw out like tornadoes and dive in with his Phoenix. It's like great.
Well, the call comes out onto the Phoenix, so he's not going to be able to get the egg off. Does he actually want to throw it out here? He does, just to keep himself alive. There is going to be 3 heroes around to try to take this one down. It will be popped by Ladon this time. Chase on the back line. The Rupture is going to be up now as well. Lauren looks for the TP, but he's not going to be able to get himself away. Last Hero should be able to get out, and Afterlife can't do anything about this. But the chase, they take down the Hoodwink. And Rari, well, he's raring to go. Even without the BKB. And top lane, Lasso comes out. They're going to be diving onto the Timbersaw. The arrow's there now as well. Timbersaw and Fantastic Five, they kind of show Gambit how it's done. Yeah, they give up one fight, they come back even stronger. They even get a tier 1 tower from that as well.
Yeah, they took the mid tower with Bloodseeker. It's great. It opens up the map super hard. Their mid tower's still like half HP and they don't really have someone to siege it on Gambit, so I don't know when they're going to be able to take that one down.
That's what I was going to ask. Who is like the designated tower hitter here on the side of Gambit? Are you just looking for the Wraith King once he's got that Radiance, you know, or is it more the Invoker going for the Forge Spirits just to try and pressure him from the side while you fight, or you know, whose job is it going to be once the, or if Monaco, never mind, it's going to be the cliff up onto the Phoenix, and Phoenix can't dive away from that because he was just stunned up and killed off. And I think Fantastic Five, do you want to go any further? The enchant is there if you want to try and slow down the Wraith King. It's going to be the call onto the Wraith King now as well. He does have that reincarnate if he gets taken down the first time, but it looks like the Timbersaw just pushing the axe away with that Chakram. But it doesn't stop Fantastic Five just yet.
Okay. As they disengage, I will answer the question. I believe the way that Gambit pushes towers this game is that when they feel strong, they literally just group up and walk at a tower with like Wraith King and Timbersaw. You know, say Fantastic Five want to, you know, maybe they show top or something, or they show bot, and then Gambit just feel like they can just quickly get in there and push a tower in these early stages of the game. Anyway, I think that's how I would try and approach it. You just want to make sure that Fantastic Five isn't set up to be able to, you know, stop you. Because if you're strong enough as 5, you know, if your Wraith King is this armlet radiance, he's big. It's super hard for them to just initiate on him because of the reincarnation rate. So I think that's how they do it.
Okay.
Fantastic Five are just gonna go for a tier 2 at 18 minutes.
I like that scout scenario as well, just behind the tower into the trees, just to give them that little bit of vision, you know, to see if there's anyone TPing in there as well. But
they finished Vessel on Marana, which is lovely.
That's really nice. Yeah, really nice up against like the Timbersaw and the Invoker. It's, I mean, what did Monaco want to be doing here? Because if you don't respond to this, you lose a tier 2 tower. You know, they're looking for that tier 1 in the mid. Is this like a take the tier 1 then TP up to try and defend the tier 2, or do you just let that go at this point?
I don't think they can do it in time. I think Fantastic Five actually have the ability to defend their mid tower now.
Okay, immersion. The blink's going to be there. The call now as well. This squirrel might end up, well, he's being cooked by the sun ray to keep him alive. Give him a healthy tan, and now they get the return kill onto the axe, or the reverse kill even onto the axe. And axe doesn't actually have a buyback. He bought out at the last second. It looks like Rory's going to be up popping the PKB. DR's going to go down, but he does still have that reincarnation. Afterlife though on the low ground. Rory's going to be losing that BKB in a second. It will be wearing off as the Supernova has been used, and Chantra's stuck to a tree now as well. It looks like Gambit, do you want to try and re-engage on this? Or at least put pressure. This tier 1 tower, it's got 266 health left, and like you say, they group up, they run towards the tower, and they just look to take it down. Lasso, is that a creep? Oh, DR's just going to be able to walk himself away. Asgold with the BKB, the Sunray's going to be coming out as well. It takes down the Marana, and Asgold, well, they did get the kill onto DR now as well, and Rory's going to try and chase this one away, and Ein, Afterlife. But they're not done. They still want this tier 1 tower, and they're just going to come in and right-click it down. They know that there's no Rupture anymore. There's no Lasso. Axe is back alive, though. They need to be careful about the Blinking Call. They need to be careful about grouping up into the Blinking Call. Axe always going to miss the call. The break comes through. They take down Rory now as well. It's going to be a decent call. They might at least find out that Phoenix is not going to be able to dive away. It's going to be called up and killed off.
Yeah, I don't think they can kill anyone else here. That was a long one. I'm not sure if they just didn't have TPs or if they didn't communicate it properly, but the Axe TP'd in to defend his mid tower, and no one else was set up to follow up on his call, so he jumped in on this hoodwink. There's no blink on this Batrider, so he couldn't get on top of him. I guess maybe they didn't have vision. They were a little bit worried of other heroes being around nearby, but because that initiation didn't go so well because they didn't have enough heroes, the counter initiation from Gambit just meant that they got a really good fight there. I think that whole string of events was very good for them. They got the mid tower, they got a bunch of kills, they forced out 9-second BKBs from both Bloodseeker and Batrider, and this Wraith King is about to finish his Radiance, he's about to hit a power spike, they're getting stronger. I think you are happy if you are Gambit in this situation, for sure.
Yeah, how much gold is he? He's about 75 gold away from finishing that Radiance like you're talking about. Wraith King, he's got the 2 points into the reincarnation now as well, but it looks like Fantastic Five, they want to be getting themselves into the Roshan pit, and it's already looking like it's down below half health. Arrow's going to fly through, just stun him up, the damage is going to be there, but I don't think we know this is going on, Gambit. And this should just be a free Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is a kind of Roshan I really like to see coming out from Fantastic Five. I think it's the type where you just don't expect it. Like Gambit aren't thinking, oh yeah, you know, these guys have hit their timings, they're gonna go do Roshan now, right? Usually there's a lot more that goes into setting up for it. You know, maybe they want to take a fight first, maybe they want to, I don't know, have a few more items. It was kind of slow, but it was unexpected, so it went well.
They're going to get the call and the arrow onto the Phoenix, so that's like an early detection system for the rest of Gambit. But yeah, just going to look for the TP out. Oh, DR, did he have anything to lock him down? They don't. The call. He stopped at mid-cast. He knew the TP was going to get off, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I guess they didn't expect him to TP to top tower together with his Timbersaw, so his TP was a little bit longer, but they don't get the punish.
Always
they
TP
hesitated.
to Fountain.
You know what? In that situation, I kind of agree. It's a little bit scary.
But yeah, Fantastic Five. It feels like Fantastic Five got to like level 3 or 4, and then they were just like, right, that's it, that's a game. We're just gonna 5-man fight for the rest of it. You know, like 6-7 minutes in, that's been the call. But I like the way they're setting up again on the high ground. They've got the Batrider that's close. He's not got the Blink Dagger, but he does have the boots of travel. Yeah, the BKB's there. So he's fast on his own. He's using the Flame Break to push enemy heroes closer to him as well. So, you know...
Rob, look at this Wraith King. He's like a disco ball.
I'm just watching it, like the effects that's coming off his sword as well as the Radiance Glow. That's a level 500 battle pass right there for DR.
He's beautiful. I love it.
I can't look away. That's it. This is where the cam's staying for the rest of the game.
I know. I literally haven't stopped looking at it for the last minute. This is not an advertisement for the battle pass, or maybe it is.
Scanning.
Maybe it is, yeah. I was on the fence about buying it, but after seeing that, you know, I have to put all my money. The casting money's going straight into the battle pass, as it looks like Dia's going straight into Axe now as well. The break comes through. It's going to be onto the Batrider now as well, but Dia, he's still alive. He has a second life as well, but they're going to be able to take down the Invoker as well. As he comes back up, Afterlife is getting pretty darn low, and it looks like he's going to be killed off. Last hero, did he go down? It looks like he's going to burn down to Dia. Dia's stunned up now in the middle of 5 heroes. With the damage coming through from the Sunray and the Blood Right, they're going to be able to get that kill. It might be a full team wipe if they can catch up to Immersion. Anything to lock him down, there's no lasso, but they're going to be diving straight towards tier 3s. Asgold, what are you doing? The Flame Bait's coming in a couple of seconds now as well. Immersion turns himself around, tries to dodge it out, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a full 5-man wipe going away at Fantastic Five, and now they can turn around and focus onto that tier 2 tower in the mid lane if they want to. Batrider just TPing out. Looks like he's going to put pressure onto the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane now as well. So just splitting it a little bit, but with nobody alive on the side of Gambit, this is just easy pickings for towers.
Yeah, that fight went a lot better this time than the last. The last one in their jungle bot. They had the Phoenix ult on the right side of the fight, but they all managed to kind of take the fight to the left. I don't know if Gambit just had a little bit of miscommunication where their Wraith King was like, you know, running to the left away from the egg instead of playing under it, but it seemed like the egg didn't really have that much impact in that fight that they would have liked, even though it managed to go off, you know. I would definitely have liked to have seen them played a little bit more under it.
Yeah. But
maybe that's just not how the fight could go.
Oh no, Laranov. There is a rupture available. Rari just pops the Blood Right.
Yup, that was a great fight. I really am enjoying how Fantastic Five are playing. When they took a fight bot or were playing bot, Gambit did the natural thing that you do as a team, and they moved to take the top area of the map back.
Yeah.
You know, if the enemy's bot, you take top. But as soon as they ran top and tried to take the outpost back, Bloodseeker instantly TP'd onto it. Everyone from Fantastic Five ran from bot to top to go connect. They took another fight. They kept running at them and running at them and running at them. They're being so aggressive. They totally use their Aegis. I mean, they still have the Aegis, but they're totally using it to its peak. I love how aggressive they are. They are such a fun team to watch in this game.
And they don't actually catch anyone out here, but they will be able to defend that tier 1 tower. So if they need it, you know, that's another thing to... Oh, no, never mind. Siege Creep gets it.
They tried to defend it.
But the important thing is no heroes got the extra gold for taking it down. The call comes out onto the Phoenix now as well. Again, lasso not even going to be needed. The Cullen Blade, more than enough damage to finish off that kill.
And this was a Manta without the shard. So he's gonna buy that soon, and then his jump is gonna be so much more lethal. Like that Phoenix would die at least 3 times as fast when he gets the shard.
Yeah, Bloodseeker, the Aegis is going to be recalled, but he's, what, 25 gold off having a Skadi? Last hero, like you say, he's about 300 gold. Oh, I'm hearing a lasso. It's onto the Invoker now as well. The arrow's going to fly through. The Impetus charges as well, and I don't know how to describe that apart from, or this match now, apart from, I'm going to take a page out of Sun's fans book. This is looking like a total shellacking coming up. The blink forward now as well. The Blood Right's going to get the kill onto Immersion. A fantastic 5. Really are looking fantastic coming into this match.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep trying for more. Axe is set up bot looking for the Timber. They even brought Bloodseeker bot, but it doesn't... Oh no, Bats found him.
Yeah, he's got 70 seconds till that lasso comes back up. Nothing to stop this. Yeah, nothing to stop the TP out. Axe, the blink was still on cooldown.
They could translate this into a tier 2 if they wanted, but I mean, they're just playing so aggressive. Look, Batrider is already top hunting after DR showed on that outpost.
Yeah, DR,
They're just running them.
he's going to need a doctor in a second. It's the blink forward. He actually gets the blink forward onto the Mirana now, and it looks like last year is going to be able to turn this one around. He does have that shard flying in. He's going to be able to pick this one up now. Mirana, is he going to be able to get away from that? He gets ticked down by the Radiance of DR, and the sharpshoot doesn't actually hit onto anybody.
That's good. That's really good. They just got a Phoenix Egg for a Mirana. You let this Mirana respawn, you go run at them again. This is perfect timing now for Fantastic 5.
Yeah, and I love this from last hero as well. He's not picked up the DD just yet. Just seeing if anyone was close enough to blink on and go on with the 2 Manta illusions there. And DR, well, he's getting close towards that BKB, which is going to be nice, but that's still not going to stop the Axe from absolutely decimating him with the Berserker's Call.
I also like a lot how Fantastic 5's heroes make itemizing quite difficult for Gambit. You would like to buy a BKB against Batrider's, you know, general sticky napalms and all this stuff, and the stuns from Mirana Arrow. But they have so much BKB piercing spells. They have Rupture, they have Call, they have Lasso. But you don't want to buy a Lincoln's. That's not a good item. That costs a lot of money. It sucks. So then you're like, do I buy an Eon Disc? That's probably your best bet this game if you're on Gambit, but that item has absolutely no offensive properties. It's a very defensive item both in the components that make up for it and, you know, how it functions, so I don't think that is your ideal item build. But then you're all this Invoker and you're like, okay, I'm not buying any of these, I'm going to buy my Midas, I'm going to buy my Witchblade, I'm going to buy my 4-star, and then you're just dying to this Lasso, to this Mirana Arrow follow-up. It definitely feels difficult if you're not this Wraith King who at least can tank these spells on his first life and then come back.
Yeah, it looks like Gambit are going to go for a smoke. The Roshan, though, a minute before he's back up. Do they want to try and blink onto the Batrider? It looks like the smoke's going to break in the trees here, so DR is going to be revealed. So, the back line, so they get the lasso off into the Invoker once again, like you were talking about. It's just easy pickings. The call onto the Wraith King now as well. Are they going to be able to get this kill? At least the first reincarnation will be popped. Rory comes through. That BKB is still going now as well. DR's going to be popping that BKB. Looks like Afterlife wants to try and timber chain himself away, but there's going to be the Glimmer Cape here onto the Enchantress, keeping him from taking any more damage. And the arrow, oh, it's going to be the Flame Break. I think they pushed him out of the path. Doesn't matter, he still gets the kill.
Yeah, Invoker has a very weird mix of items. I think his 4-star should have been an Eon Disc if he wanted to go the route of trying to have something defensive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even sure if that would save him. Asgold has this double Flame Break now. He has a shard, which is very, very strong in these fights. If you don't have a BKB or a way to purge it. There's the Yules on Timbersaw, but they don't have a Lotus.
And Roshan's back up. I think if Batrider goes into the pit, he scouts this out. He's just going to be farming creeps. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirana's going to be checking it.
I'm also very surprised that Invoker has queued up an Axe. I don't understand what good stun you have that's going to let you hit a great Cataclysm in this game. If your Phoenix Egg goes off, sure, but these fights so far have clearly demonstrated that you know, Fantastic Five are either getting the jump on you or they're gonna kill your egg.
Yeah. Yeah, and the
I don't think you rely.
Illusion Scout's out as well, so it looks like Sunstrike's going to be there to see how low Roshan is, and it looks like Gambit, they need to take this fight. BKB popped by DR. What's the next? Just some slippers of agility in the pit. Now as well, the Phoenix Egg will be coming up, but it looks like they've got the vision to attack this one down. The BKB's being popped. Roshan's going to get pretty down low now as well. Rari gets the kill. Asko picks up the Aegis. The cheese, though, was used by DR, and it looks like DR, again, still with this reincarnation, though. Does he want to carry on fighting? Chase on the back lines. It looks like Last Hero couldn't get the call off. An Invoker this time will survive and TP away. But the Bushwhack, it doesn't matter. Last time they caught the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink will be made into squirrel stew. And they've even got the call to follow up. It's going to be cancelled now as well. Wraith King, though, what they're going to be able to do to try and keep him here. They're just going to call him and kill him and cull him. Wraith King stole the Aghanim Shard, though. So
You
that's
can have it.
little victories.
Consolation prize. I don't think Fantastic Five care.
Yeah, probably
It is,
not.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They got what they wanted. Honestly, I'm impressed with their ability to quickly adapt to the situation. I think it's easy to panic when
Barracks are under attack.
Wraith King runs into the pit like that and Phoenix Egg's on top. You know, you have to make this split-second decision. Do we go for the egg? Do we try and kill the Roshan in time before the egg goes off? And they adapted really well. They killed the egg just in time. Took a great fight, got the Aegis.
Yeah,
Pretty much near perfect for them.
looks like they're going to be able to get at least 2 tier 3 towers, and as well as a melee Rex here. The Tornado just catch out the Enchantress. EMP is going to be there. It doesn't look like he has a lot of mana to burn anyway. And with the Wraith King coming back up, but they still have the Aegis. The Fantastic Five back out here because they do have the lasso coming up in 23 seconds, you know, and everybody apart from the Enchantress is looking at a decent level of mana to try and fight this one out. Or, you know, is this where they sweep over to the bottom lane, take the last tier 2?
They have left a ward in the top jungle, so I think that most players are going to run, take the triangle, and if someone shows on that ward, they're going to run at them with Batrider and try and get a pick off like that.
Okay, okay. Yeah, they're stacking up now. The lasso is going to be coming through onto DR. Wraith King, even with... I think he actually gave the shard away, but it doesn't really matter because that's going to be the reincarnation being popped now as well. Rari pops that BKB. He's got the Rupture off as well. It looks like it's going to be the Timbersaw with the Flamethrower, but it's not doing a whole lot. They take down the Invoker once again. Now, Bloodseeker will die, but it looks like they might be able to trade this one out as well. As 633 TR's already on the path out of this now as well, but Last Hero blinks himself in. Doesn't actually catch out Immersion. Ladon, does he want to try and throw an arrow here? I think they have the reveal. They take down Immersion eventually, and TR comes in. It's 11 seconds before he's going to be able to reincarnate. That's going to be the Aegis popped here onto the Batrider. Batrider, do they want to carry on going in? They might have timed the sharpshoot. No, he gets a blink away.
Great blink.
Sharpshoot was just a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, we saw the Mirana pick coming in super clutch in that fight. The Phoenix egged. Mirana basically soloed it. She just leaped in, started clicking, leaped again, clicked it down, got it off. I don't know if anyone else even hit it. So
Arrow comes out. Yeah, Odwink is dead. Nothing cute about it. That's just an execution. They're kind of bullying him now. He's 0, 9, and 10.
Yeah, it's a... I don't know if that was the last pick that they needed in their draft. Just this support Mirana with a Yules and a Vessel is having so much impact.
Yeah, the Yules comes out now once again. Actually, just going to be the pullback. They commit the lasso to this. The call there as well. Afterlife just needs to move himself away. Yeah, Timber chains himself out of that. I don't think... I mean, the Phoenix, he's got himself the Psychic Headband, so he tried to get himself out of that, but the rest of the team followed up. And it was just an easy open and kill there. For Fantastic Five.
Yeah, I think after your Hoodwink dies in that lane, I don't think Phoenix should have been around there. I think that was a pretty poor out position move. But let's see. How do they come back? They're 17k down. It's not looking too hot. Invoke is pretty poor. Wraith King has some items, but you know he's queuing up S and Y into Basher. I think Basher could potentially turn around the game if they can use it to kill. It just feels kind of bad, like they don't have enough control. And these fights are popping off, and heroes are getting lassoed, heroes are getting ruptured, they can't move anymore. There's the calls into the arrows, and Gambit's response is they have a Wraith King stun. Hoodwink is not really able to get off these bushwhacks because Timbersaw is cutting all these trees, Batrider's Firefly is cutting trees. You know, it's very difficult to maneuver around a fight like that. I think their CC, they have an Invoker, but he's just getting trashed every fight because he doesn't have anything defensive to protect him.
Yeah, and how long's he had this Aghanim statue? He's not bought one piece of it. He's had it queued up for like at least the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
it just feels like the fights are hard to execute compared to Fantastic Five.
Absolutely, and DR's going to push up into another. It may as well just be a trap. Yeah, Impetus, he's going to be... Does he pop the BKB? No, he works himself out of the blood right. It looks like they're trying to do a little bit of dewarding, but, you know, he's just going to be taking harass while this goes through. The arrow flies through, actually connects onto the Phoenix and stops the Sunray. Oh, look at the grouping up here now as well. If Axe was actually... He can't get in because of the Forge Spirits, but if he was to get in and call that, that would have just been game over. To me, that would have been game over anyway. That would have just been, like, soul-crushing. Because everybody was stacked up around just this, like, this stairwell.
Yeah, only 2 heroes in this game have buyback right now, and that's Batrider and Phoenix. So, a good fight from
Blink forward. Manta dodges off the stun coming through from the Wraith King. That Wraith Fire Blast is going to be off the mark now as well. Afterlife pops in, throws the BKB out. What's he going to be able to do against 6v3 here now as well? The lasso is going to be there, and Timbersaw is taking down, and oh boy, is he taking down. The Cold's going to be there into the Manta as well. It looks like they get the kill. Now Phoenix Egg comes out, but everybody on the side of Fantastic Five can just run away and reset. In fact, he comes out here. Last hero gets the Invis rune and then goes back into it. The Flame Break is going to push Iron back into these Manta Illusions, doing the damage. One more Impetus shot. BZZ will be able to get the kill. DR just needs to run himself out of this. But this should be the... I mean, look at the range racks. It's 140 health. The top lane racks are exposed now as well. Timbersaw's dead for 52 seconds. Asgold's going to be coming in. He has that lasso in the next 20 seconds as well. So this should be Fantastic Five again, taking a second lane of racks, maybe even securing that ranged racks in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think they can just threaten bot as well if they choose to. They might try and play it safe, and they should definitely be wary of Phoenix respawning soon. But not Firefly, Flaming Lassos come up again, so Gambit just needs to make sure they don't get picked off. Especially since they don't have buybacks.
Yeah, look, this Bloodseeker, he's even holding the Paladin Sword in reserve. You know, he does have the Trickster Cloak for the extra evasion and resistance. The Skadi, the Basher, the Manta Style, he is like top of the net worth by a decent amount. And compare that to the Wraith King, like you say, he went for the S and Y. Yes, he has the Radiance Armlet, the BKB and the Blink. And I know I've just named like 5 items, but it's like, what impact are these items having, you know, over what the Bloodseeker's doing? Like you were saying, because the BKB doesn't feel super effective with the BKB piercing spells. S and Y is just to keep him alive. Yes, he can blink into the fight, but what does he do after that? Like, compared to the Basher, you know, compared to the Skadi that's doing work, and giving the extra attack speed, you know, lowering the lifesteal, I just think it's a little bit imbalanced in terms of the items that both carries have gone for.
This Bloodseeker has been very surprising. I trusted the pick and what it could do based on their weird draft with fun heroes, but I thought it would be worse. You know, they're picking it into Wraith King, which is typically quite a hero you'd like to have against Bloodseeker, but this Bloodseeker's popped off so hard. It's done so much damage every fight. It's been very, very impressive to watch. With just a Maelstrom, he showed up to all these early fights, had so much impact, and now with all these other items, he's even stronger. Oh.
The Rupture... Oh, it's onto an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not as good, you know. That doesn't feel as nice. But Roshan's back. This is the third Roshan. There's a refresher on that as well. So, 41 minutes into the game. Fantastic Five. Are they going to look to pressure this? Maybe try and take... Because, I mean, if they take this fight, Ladon, the Aeon Disc is going to be popping. He backs himself out of that, gets himself out alive. But yeah, if Fantastic Five win this, do they even need to go for Roshan? If they, like, win this next fight? Or can they just march down mid and look for, like, tier 4s?
I believe that Dire don't have buybacks because they're... I mean, they do have buybacks, so I don't think you want to just guess whether they have enough money for it. Or
Yeah. If the call comes out, the arrow not even needed though. So, last hero, the leaps are going to be coming in from Ladon. The Yule Scepter is out, call is available. It looks like he wants to be going in. Gets the call onto the Phoenix. That Phoenix is dead just under a minute. No buyback. And Lasso, they don't want to come out onto DR just yet. Tornado comes through. It's just going to be onto the illusions here of Rari. But Rari... Yeah, it looks like they're just going to chip focus and go into Afterlife. Afterlife tries to throw himself up into the air. Lasso comes out. He's going to be dragged away now as well. DR comes out. Cataclysm will be there. It doesn't actually look like it hits onto anyone. The call onto the Invoker with the Mantis-style illusions alone off. It looks like he's going to be called down, killed off. And the shift focus onto DR. DR's not going to be able to get himself out of that now as well. Afterlife might be able to back himself away, but with the reincarnation, the blink comes out. DR just dodged off the call. But two heroes up against all five on the side of Fantastic Five. Ladon, Yule Scepter just to keep him busy. Immersion is back alive now as well. The arrow comes out as well as the Spirit Vessel onto the Wraith King. He dodges it off. He uses the I always forget the name, the Stormcrafter, just to dodge off the sharpshooter there from Immersion. That was perfect timing now as well. Can he fight this one out? The Rory's getting pretty down low. Last hero needs to run himself away as well. No mana for the call, so there's no extra armor. The Bushwhack isn't going to be on the mark.
Okay, this is a pretty decent hold. They took the fight very far in. They didn't get punished, which is basically a perfect outcome. They're going to check Roche now, see that it is up. So this should be free for them. Maybe if Gambit have been keeping their Roche timers, they might run to it, but Rari's so low on his health. You know, it's scary. If they try and do this right now, and Gambit catch on in any way, then that could be how they throw the game.
Yeah.
Give away this third Roche. Give away a refresher to say... Well, I don't know if Phoenix is getting his eggs off, but, you know, two Phoenix eggs could be pretty scary. Oh.
Get the last throw. They're going to be able to lock down Afterlife now as well, so his Aeon Disc will pop. He's trying to Timber Chain himself out of this. He will be able to get out. And last hero gets in with the Manta Styles. He's going to be able to take down Immersion quite quickly. Immersion instantly bites back onto this Afterlife, though. He's getting pretty down low. He's going to need to Timber Chain once again. Diaz going to be taking a couple of impetus shots, but he should be fine. And
He did rupture the timber there, right? I think he...
Yes?
I think he ruptured onto the Eon Disc, though, so the status resistance made it last like 2 seconds.
Ah, okay.
It was pretty unfortunate, I think, if I saw that correctly. They should relax now, though. They just have 35 seconds till rupture. Lasso up soon. This Octarine build is very nice. The lasso's up very often.
Yeah, the refresher as well. I didn't actually see that he'd picked that up, but that's going to be just coming into these fights, being able to get off the double lasso, or like queuing up a lasso. That's going to be really nice, just to control someone like the Invoker or the Timbersaw, you know, so you get that full kill potential on them.
We're gonna have a standoff.
Oh, it's going to be smoke. Yeah, the tomato comes out of the pit. And it looks like Fantastic Five have some idea of what's going on. In fact, they have some idea because they're going to be able to blink themselves in. They get the lasso off to the Phoenix. The Phoenix doesn't have buyback just under a minute. Cataclysm's going to be there. VKBs, though. Yule Scepter up onto the Timbersaw. He's going to be ruptured as well. The damage coming out onto him. Is it going to be enough? Afterlife Aeon Disc is going to be proccing now as it comes off cooldown. Timber chains himself away. Looks like he's going to try and go for the TP. The Flame Break doesn't actually break that, but the lasso does. And now DR just needs to run himself out. Who's caught on the cliff? It's actually going to be Hoodwink, though. He's going to try and go for the TP. Ladon's doing no damage because of the Aeon Disc, but they still get the kill eventually. And it's going to be a 4-man. Is it going to be a 5-man? What doesn't even matter because GG is going to be called. Gambit say go next.
Who has to decide whether to do Roche or take Rax when they just simply call GG?
Okay, curse broken. Sheep, you're
did
free.
It. I did it! I predicted a win. That was great. I actually am a fan of Fantastic Five after that game. I love it. They play so fun. Their
Yeah,
aggressive heroes and style of play is super refreshing.
I'm not usually a
think that-
fan of the Bloodseeker.
Mhm.
I just, but it fit here. You know, it really went like you say with the lasso into the rupture, just being able to control around as well. The amount of just the absolute control that Fantastic Five put out, it was amazing to watch. Yeah, no, really glad I got to cast that match. You know, that would have been a fun one to watch. But now that's only game one. Do you think they're gonna be able to do it again? Do they keep the momentum up in the second game, or Gambit? Are they going to be able to tighten the screws? You know, really try and make a comeback here. DR even got a rapier, and he just could not do anything with it.
Yeah, I am fully on the Fantastic Five train, but you know, I'm always down for a comeback if Gambit can pull it together for game 2. I'd be down to see it. Maybe something a little bit closer. It's kind of hard to deal with this super run at you lineup though, if you're not prepared for it. And it's not your typical heroes either that have been doing it. I like this a lot. I like their style. I'd like to see what happens in game 2. We'll see.
Okay, guys, that was game number 1. We are going to be taking a quick break and a word from our sponsors. Mare bringing you the qualifiers for the Eastern European. Well, I think it's all of the Beyond the Summit qualifiers. So, if you need a little boost, a little bit of energy, Mare will have your back with the Mate tea drink. So check that one out, and we'll see you guys right after the break.